Hello, Tritos. Welcome to the stream. And I think it'd be appropriate to look at AMC first because it broke to all-time lows today. Broke support that goes back to the COVID crash, and that's it, down really 37%, closed near the lows. Highest spike in volume since June 2021. Very bad, right? Awful. And then Overstock obliterated. There are multiple assets obliterated today. This one, bad revenues, right? Something came out right about that, and so it's just at its lowest price since June. No big deal, but it's just pretty cool to see an asset run up to a key inflection zone, regarded as resistance, and then roll over, and now you're headed back to $18, and you'll probably break that eventually. So yeah, pretty nasty day today, right? I think only 2 of 11 sectors in the S&P were up, and Apple didn't have a good day either. Well, I guess we can just knock out the index funds, because who cares about Bitcoin? I mean, you really care about Bitcoin? Garbage price action. What do you want? Same price it was at 19 days ago. No movement. Oh, it moved 2.5% today. Who cares? All right. We'll look at it, but you know, just give me a second. So that's where we are. Okay. Oh, why is that there? I did not have that. God. They keep like getting these ones past me. I don't know. Dude, what was that? Okay, I don't even know. All right, we're gonna act like that did not just happen. But something that we were discussing about the index funds is this potential for hidden bearish divergence, where you make a high, you make the lower high after the formal bearish back test of a key inflection point from 2021. But so far, I mean, there's just barely any movement. Is it following through? You just don't know. Down 0.67%. I've got to figure this out. I don't know. Dude, they're like trolling this. Dude, this thing is trolling me. I don't know what to do now. You have to give me a second, because apparently there's nothing I can do to stop this. Why are these things like on here every fucking time? Jesus. Okay, I think we're okay. I think we'll be all right. Okay, so not much movement. Go figure. We're going to look at some movers today, though. Just getting these index funds out of the way. Dow Jones, you know, still down after its own bearish back test, but still, you know, above the 200 moving average and all the sports. Okay, cool. NASDAQ, you know, following through after, I mean, kind of its own back test of a key level from history, kind of like the S&P. Could be the first lower high. And hidden bearish divergence is continuing to develop here, just like the S&P, right? Where you make a high, then a lower high. All right, that's where we are. Fitting for this market? Yeah, what was just going on? Absolutely. No one can do that, though, anymore. All right, the crazy stuff. Okay, so those are your index funds. Well, IWM, one more. Who cares about the IWM, right? I mean, below 188, forget the IWM. Forget it. Just pathetic. A pathetic price action. I mean, if you thought Bitcoin was bad, just try to own the, Russell 2000. Hey, it's at the same price it was at in January in 2022. Dead market's gonna be dead. Okay, so I guess we'll just look at your favorite coin that doesn't move anymore. It's just testing the level. Like, see how these key inflection points are? They're so real. I don't think there are any humans trading this anymore. I think it's just bots. That's all it is. There's like, you might be the only person. If you traded this today, you're the only one. You're swimming in a sea of bots and robots and algos, okay? Can't say I feel really good about how the RSI looks. It looks pretty terrible. I mean, this is in the bearish control zone, just sitting there at 36. They have legit destroyed this market. Or maybe it's just, this is just how fair it is. I mean, fair market value on Bitcoin, for sure, based on how long it's been here. Same price it was at May of 2022. Imagine streaming, being a live streamer for this type of stuff. It's gut-wrenching. Look at this. You will not move. These are daily candles. Daily candles. 24 hours of your life. Every day goes by. Same effing thing. Okay, well, I mean, again, the most recent event was bearish. It was a bearish event that occurred. All right, so if I don't know if it'll be respected. The market's so dead, who knows? But I'm just saying, if that's respected, then you go on down to 1420, maybe 1450. That'd be the next thing to happen. But it hasn't happened yet. The RSI is set up like on Bitcoin, like it would make plenty of sense after a formal bearish backtest, the way the RSI looks, to dump again and then to get oversold again, right? Whatever, you know, this just happens for 50 years, but then eventually, and then we get divergence, finally, real divergence, okay? I don't know. Bitcoin just looks better than Ethereum, technically. But, you know, below the 200 moving average and inflection points, very bad. I don't like that. Now, if the price, say tomorrow it happens, come on, we know it's not, but if it ever happens where Ethereum got back above 1730, all right, starting to feel a lot better about Ethereum, but that's just not happening. Okay. BNB here. Can't tell me these levels aren't real. My God. If you didn't believe it, you should today. So Caleb, look, man, if you can't even, I can't read it, man. All it takes is like $1 more and everyone else will hear what you're saying. I can't repeat that. Thank you. Okay, so yep, 211.70 was a level, was tested today. It was, you know, and then 218 was also tested. Ping ponging like crazy. I just don't, I really just, should you be given this much time to like, okay, it's at this last line of support. This is it. You are staring into literal hell below 211. This is how close you are to it, a few dollars off. Why is it like, if you know these things, you shouldn't be given this much time to make a decision on going long at the lowest risk area ever, you know, again. Yes. Thank you, Sanic. Thank you. So, right, I just don't think you know, normally it would be. But again, it's all about the context. The context, you can see it from May of 2022 all the way to April 2023. What's up, Anonymous, man? Leroy Jenkins, let's go, dude.
What's up, Mitch and watchers? Could you take a look at Virgin Galactic? SPCE. Thanks for your time. Ben Arm Not Strong had an affair? Golly RIP.
Hold on. We'll address these. I just need to get it. Hold on. Anonymous, thank you to 50. Yes, we will look at Virgin Galactic. Yes, we will. Thank you for contributing to this channel that is under siege. What siege is it under? The siege of time. Yes, it is a war. We are stuck in our castles, our towers, where there is no volatility. The volatility have their turbuckets, their catapults. They are launching at us every day, trying to get us to give up and to quit, or to just capitulate and promote scams to the viewing audience. I cannot, I will not do it. We still have plenty of stores, reserves of wheat and grains and cocoa and other commodities, wheats. Did I say that? We have them, all right? We have the bacon. We'll get through this. Thank you, dude. Virgin Galactic, I don't know, man. I don't know how much people have. I mean, Virgin Galactic, right? Let's go to space. We'll spend $250,000 to just go into the upper reaches of our, outside of our atmosphere, but in the orbit of Earth. Not a very good time. Not now, Virgin Galactic. Not now. Maybe later. It was a great idea. It was great. I mean, this was, I think, all at some point, this was all like, hey, man, we're going to do this. And it's like the money printer was going burr. Things were nuts. There was mania. But I mean, let's just think about like what has happened today. I think mortgage demand just hit a fresh 27-year low. 30-year mortgage continuing to rise. Okay, so good luck, BNB. I mean, like, if you, dude, this is such a low risk area for long. It's like, okay, you shouldn't be given this much time to make a decision, which is normally really bad. Okay, so is there anything even worthy of looking at in crypto besides these big four? I mean, Monero's up today. Okay. Still though, I mean, yeah, for real, Monero's still making higher lows, but went higher highs. Went back above 154. It's just terrible, man. The chop on this is worse than silver. Yeah, Chainlink's up 2%. Who cares, man? Who cares? If you're not at an inflection point, that means you're not at a strategic area to set up an entry and a stop loss. It's same price it was at in August, right? Same price it was at in July, and same price it was at in May of 2022. Get out of here. Okay, let's just look at total real quick. What's the point? You know, it's virtually the market's closed. Okay, the crypto market is closed. They have closed it. Yeah, this is what it looks like. No movement, but you know, Jonathan, how you doing, man?
I like turtles.
I don't know, sir.
Cool. No movement. Nothing, no updates. Nothing to analyze. Below level. If you saw the stream yesterday, day before, all the other streams, the same thing. No movement. I'm trying here, man. Someone named Chris P. Bacon joined, sub to the channel yesterday.
Approaching a new era where the bulls of the world face extinction. The bears will inherit their territory.
What's up, Stonk Planet? Thank you so much, dude. Wow. Wow. I was like, what the? Sorry, I'm trying to pull up the... Still not used to this website. Okay, thank you, Stonk Planet. Sanic, thank you. Puts are paying, he said. Thank you. Well, we had collusion. We had multiple people doing the guy crying meme earlier. Chill the collusion, all right? So Caleb, what's up, man?
Oh, BitBoy, you're so cool. Wait, you're a SBF wannabe. Also, I think Frankie Candle sucks. Like, what the how can you be that annoying?
I don't even know who that guy is. I mean, we know who like BitBoy is, but I don't know who the other person is. Did you just make that person up? It sounds like a made up person. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. Like, this is what you call late stage bear market, dead market. You know, I mean, there's nothing, no price action moving. So the only thing that can happen is drama, like schoolgirl drama.
This is the worst.
Thank you so much, Michael Scott. This is truly the worst. Really is the worst, man. So let's really want to just knock out. Let's look at it. Let's look at the versions. Oh God, dude. Just miserable, right? Just like the trend continues, you know. Oh, Virgin Galactic. Can you see it? Cue up Joe Pesci. Lowest daily candle close in human history, right? Yep. That's it. Closed at, I mean, that's lowest lows of the day. And there you go. Before we're even looking at this, it's like this is not the time to be worrying about, you know, intergalactic travel. This is not it. So the chart, yep, makes sense. Wow, you've broken the 1272. There is no 1414, no major one. Okay, it'd be negative. So all we could do, if we want like more relevant, I guess, or practical fib extensions, maybe from this high to low to high. You know, 1272 here is 233, then 186, and then 118 after that. Lowest low is the most recent event, and it's not. There's been no pivot, so you're impulsing. You're still impulsing. Look at the 200 moving average. It is bad. This is like a bearish canary. Like, that's a meme. It's a joke. But the joke made sense because, you know, like deep crabs and butterflies are like XA and then a 786, 886 on B. But the canary was like hyper bearish because you were exceeding 100%, and then you were making the lower high on C like the other extension patterns, and then you'd be looking at a 1618 to all the way to 2618. So very, very, I mean, this is the worst. This is a Michael Scott Tangier right there. Really bad. You've got some bad stuff going on, like Dominion Energy collapsing. Remember, we were looking at this. Oh, is it a wedge? Is it breaking? And then a failure, and then back testing the levels as resistance, and then you just made a fresh lowest daily candle close since 2011, man. I mean, there are things like actually breaking under the hood, despite, like, you know, SPY's down 0.67% today. Dude, there are things like just continuing to get devastated. Like, I mean, Disney, look what happened to Disney. Yeah, it kind of like held on towards the end of the day, but I don't care. It was still the lowest daily candle close in years.
I want to make a 30-minute documentary of all the times Ben Armstrong said, "Trust me."
Dang, man. I don't think I ever say trust me. Like, for real. Those words like never come out of my mouth on the stream. Trust me. Unless it's ironic, right? I'm like being ironic. I'm like, oh, trust me, bro. That's my source. And I always like look left. If you want my opinion, it's normally looking left on like where a level of inflection is. So Disney making its lowest That's pretty crazy because you just took out this low from October 2014, so that actually takes you to the lowest daily candle close officially, really, since May 16th, 2014. Apparently, there is we were talking about this the other week, a woke ETF or an inverse woke, like you're like shorting the woke companies. It's coming out. It's launching as of yesterday. I mean, that was like announced yesterday. So of course, it was a good idea. So we'll see. There's just all kinds of bad things going on because you have like increased fuel costs. So that's going to be like weighing in on like the announcements, like weighing in on all the airline companies. I think, yeah, see, here's your problem, right? Where Delta did some really amazing things after that springback test, right? But now, I mean, I don't really know how I feel about an asset that has such a momentous run and then breaks back below an inflection point and then virtually back tests it as resistance and then it's just back below it. That means like there's a lot of downside potential if this is real. American Airlines also having some trouble here. You know, it was incredible where it went to 19 or to the dot, to the penny, and then reversed, but it's now back below the 200 moving average. I mean, I hope it makes a higher low here, but dang, man. I'm saying bad market vibes. We got some cracks going on. Just off the top of my head, like scanning like McDonald's. Look what happened to damn McDonald's, dude. Your favorite burger place. Yeah, you like burgers, chat. Say it. You like burgers. You like chicken tenders that before they fry them, they look like they're like a chicken paste. A pink chicken paste. Here you go. All right. Lowest daily candle close on McDonald's since March 27th. Broke the neckline of the confirmed double top now yesterday. Follow through today. Lowest RSI reading on McDonald's since October 2022. Wow, that's the lowest RSI of the year. But even still in a crazy uptrend of sorts. Just drawing down. And then you got Starbucks that, it had this little squeeze. Who cares? It was a joke. Absolute joke. Just formally back testing 98.98. Which I'll show you the level. Right there. Candle close from 2019. Now all I have to do, confirm distribution. But now a lower high after the lowest low of the drawdown. This is bear market stuff. This is what assets look like before they collapse. This is the price action you get. 94.12 is the big one, and the buyers were just able to keep it propped up for one more Rudy Poo rally, and then a nice little shooting star. That's a really nice green shooting star. Almost an evening star, but nevertheless, get ready for it, man. You want to see another one? HRL, if you care about charts only and stuff like that. Hormel Foods. Let's freaking go, baby. Beautiful. I mean, this is the dream. This is the dream. Right? You're talking about a key level from history. You're looking at a bear trend that already was there. All right, obligatory liberators.
Thank you for looking at this. What about these covered called Beanie Babies, DSLY, NVDY, and ORC? Work has been crazy, otherwise I'd be tipping more often. Thanks for everything, bruh.
ORC. No, you're cool. Thank you, T.S. Eliot, man, for the 69.69 repeating, of course. I need to get Shaylin to just make it to where it says repeating, of course. We get way too many repeating, of courses for us to not have that sound bit. So Somebody reach out to Chalin. Let him know I need that. So lowest, yeah, we will look at those, dude. Thank you so much, man. So like virtually your lowest, if we want to get technical, I have to like kind of scale in more. Lowest daily candle close since August 13th, 2018. Well, you know what? Close enough to August 23rd, 2018. And it's a long way down. I mean, this is just, it was mouth-watering. It was, one does not simply fail this many times. Consolidate so perfectly. And then this little scrub squeeze. And then look at the back test of the heart line of the bear flag before rolling over. I love it, man. So good. Then you have, what is it? Smuckers, whatever this gross company is. SJM? Yeah, SJM, right? Yeah, JM Smucker. God, that name just makes me cringe. You don't think this thing's about to get nuked? It looks like it's about to get nuked. The trend's already reversed. But look, yeah, 886, it reacted, reversed, but then underperformed, and then rallied to a 113.
What the f*** did you put in that sauce?
Oh my God, dude. Wow, scary. Thank you for scaring me. Gordon Ramsay, thank you. So notice something that's kind of going on here. Appreciate the contribution, for real. You are now below this key level from February of 2017. It's been resistance, 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 resistance. It then was support, support, but something had begun to change while it was regarding that level as support, a lower high. When was the last time you saw an effing lower high on SJM? It had been years, like legit kind of years since you'd really put in. But you got your first one in April of this year, and then back testing it again, and then look at these two highs. You gotta love it, man. Like, you gotta sometimes scale in and see these little confirmations, one and then two, relatively the same price, but it's just confirming less market participants involved. So you just quietly, and now we've made a fresh lower low. When's the last time SJM made a real lower low? And now a lower high after the lower low, and breaking
Anonymous
that support.
tipped $31.31. Hey man, here's the rest of it. Closed on the house and made good financial decisions. Dry powder on the sidelines, ready to invest into crypto. This community and you have kept me sane the last 4 years.
Thank you, Anonymous, dude. Well, I kind of made a grimace face when you said invest in crypto. Remember, you are not investing when you put your money in crypto. You're not. There is no mathematical way any crypto can prove that it can make you money back. It's not a thing. Now, you can say you're speculating on the crypto market, and that's fine, as long as you understand it's not an investment. You invest in assets that can mathematically prove they can make you money in return with their product, good, or service. Okay? And it's heavily regulated, and there is transparency, or at least more transparency than that there is in crypto, which is zero transparency. I really think, like, if you guys knew there's 18,000 cryptos, if you really knew, if you could see, if you were a fly on the wall of 99% of these coins, the people that developed them, the conversations they had while developing them, these people should be in jail. These people are real life losers. Yeah, that's like the people that create cryptos, a bunch of losers. You'd never touch them. Like, my God, just take a random S coin. If only you knew, like, how it was conceived and who was creating it. Okay? Sorry. It's almost like when someone says, I'm gonna invest in a pair of sunglasses. And it's like, bro, that's not an investment at all. That is an expense. And someone will be like, well, dude, it protects your eyes. So, like, down the road, you wouldn't have, like, cataracts or something. It's like, nope. That is called a benefit to the expense. That thing's not gonna make you money back. It can't prove it can make you money back. It's just not. But please, let me, hey dude, join my Telegram and I'm going to tell you about an exclusive S-Coin. I'm telling you, this is the one, dude. I just, circulating around on social media today about some really pretty girl, but she's shilling. She's shilling hard. It's like, dang, dude, times are tough. Okay, sorry, let's keep it rolling. Sorry about Virgin Galactic. Caleb, you still out there, man? Are there other things that are going on in this space I don't know about? Because these TTS, you're saying I didn't know some of these things. Thank you, dude. Okay, TSLY. That's weird. You're looking at TSLY and you're TS yourself, Elliot, though. Okay. Not much data, right? This is the Yield Max Tesla Option Income Strategy ETF. Okay, so you're just saying, I don't really know how much technicals we can do on it, right? It's like looking at a new S-Coin. It's really cool that you had again, this is an option, right? So I don't even know how it really applies, the TA, if it can. That's a bullish abandoned baby, confirmed. And it's kind of insane how the bullish abandoned baby developed at a swing low from December of 2022. That's kind of incredible. Now, on spot price, Tesla spot price, the exact same thing. This is a little bit prettier. But also a completed shark almost. Really? Did you hit the 886 though? My God, how insane is that? Are we talking about just a covered call option on a chart, completes a shark, and at the pattern completion zone of the bullish shark is a bullish abandoned baby at an inflection point from 9 months ago? That's kind of ridiculous. Now, man, remember, it could be a type 1. This could, fart out and we come back for type 2 here, gap fill.
100%. These things are insane. The dividend is monthly and is like 60%.
Careful. It's basically risk-free. Thank you, T.S. Eliot. I'm just talking about the pure technicals right here. It's kind of crazy. No edge on the oscillators. But just wild. Yeah, 1329 is the cutoff. I don't think you would want anything to do with it below that. But all right. And I'm sure NVIDIA is like NVIDIA. Okay. I don't know. Should I even be looking at these? That's just cool though. Cool TA. Yeah, I don't know. Can't really. Oh, is it back testing the resistance as support? Kind of. Bearish engulfing though. Yeah, below 24.13 you've broken support, and then there'll be 22.15 after that. So, okay, and then which one is this for? Is this for just I don't know, mutual funds? What? Okay, it's above the 1455 level. Maybe it back tests that, but that's your level. And then after that, 1690. 1692, 1732. So yeah, it's near the bottom. Maybe you get a spring back test. That'd be pretty cool. Let's see.
Ben Armstrong is probably going to move to a shitty island and restart his professional career by naming it Benland. Did that video not give you weird President Clinton memories?
What video? Thank you, Caleb. Thank you, dude. Well, I do know, like, not saying anything about him, but I do know that, like, we are at that point now where a lot of people in this space that had a microphone and a webcam, they made life-changing, unbelievable money doing what they did. And you're starting to see, like, the whole, like, that, I don't know, the outrage and the angst of the entire retail, like, that are still here. They are I mean, they're kind of like Caleb, you know, they're like doing this. I mean, it's like people are pissed at these people, like really mad. And I know like some have gotten like death threats and all that too. So I don't know, man. Like, it's kind of a cautionary tale. If you want to get into this world and start doing it, remember, there is going to be a time where you are tested. If you have a webcam and a microphone, and you're like at least halfway charismatic, and things start taking off, there will be temptation to take easy money. Really easy money. Like stupid easy. And it just comes down to a matter of saying yes or no. It's that easy. So I don't know. I don't know if it stems to what the decision is on financial hardships or what. I mean, when I started streaming, dude, I was good. I was real good financially. I didn't, but if you're not, I figure it would be maybe a lot easier. And maybe stuff stems to like upbringing and being raised and values and ethics and all that. And this space is fraught with a lack of ethics. Jeez. So, all right. Let's see. An anonymous, he closed on a house. Man, I hope you bought cash, dude. Because if you do have cash, it is a pretty nice market if you're a cash buyer. But yeah, if you're getting a mortgage, it's terrible. And if you're selling, probably a punch in the stomach to lose that 3%, 4% interest rate. And the community and me, we have kept you sane for the last 4 years. Well, y'all are keeping me sane right now. The people that are still in this community, they're like just talking TA and charts and posting cat videos and in the general chat, y'all have no idea how sane y'all are keeping me. So anyone who's like in the Discord, in the general chat, shout out to y'all. Y'all are amazing because I get so many laughs and there's just tweets about information. It's just a good spot to be. I don't know. I like it. It's just this little piece of the internet we've carved out for ourselves. And it's amazing. Okay. So let's, we're talking about banks and stuff. Let's look at the KRE, which is the regional banking ETF. Yeah, dude. Does this look okay to you? Does this look like things are all right? I mean, I do love. It's so sick in a good way. Like it's fat and stupid, like positively speaking. 49.45. This level that goes back to a multitude of times. Look at this. The swing low from 2017, 19. It was just regarded as resistance for the first time, really. I mean, you broke it, but never a real back test, and this was the big one. So just please understand that the only reason this is doing this at all is because Federal Reserve intervention. Legit, this thing was going to melt down. We were going to have an actual crisis that could have, you don't even know what the consequences of the overall market were going to be if they didn't come in and put $500 billion back on their balance sheet in 2 weeks. So all that and still such a lack of demand that the buyers were unable to even test the 200-day simple moving average. And really look at that. I mean, it's kind of
would you look at that?
Like the demand line kind of becoming a supply line now. 42.83 is a big one. It looks like you're going to test that again, and if that breaks, easily could be going back down to $36 and change. And maybe you get it. And I think no matter what, even if this was the bottom, I think a second test is healthy anyway. Okay, you come down, you make a second test, and then you recover. But I don't think there will be a real recovery unless more money printing occurs. So, because that's the situation we're in. So I was looking at some other ones, man. I'm trying to remember. You scan through so many of these. Oh yeah, like Lockheed Martin, man. Woo! You want to see nasty? Down almost 5% today. But like, look at this. Like, old demand line was just cracked a few days ago, and now you're in free fall mode. I mean, the key level of 442.92 is broken. You put in a fresh lower high in July, and now you made a fresh lower low. So you're actually.
Do you think the S&P 500 looks like 1987?
I don't think it could ever. I mean, that was an insane thing. That was like when computers were just coming out. People were able to maybe make trades on their computers. I don't think so. And if that was the case, I mean, what's going to happen? Are we going to get a crash that lasted a couple months, few months, and then we recover in V shape? Probably not. I don't know. We're in a freaking weird market, man. Really, really weird. So probably not. And it doesn't even matter if something looks identical, okay? I mean, you can get over and over and over. We always look for, okay, the drawdown, and then we always look for this, and then really this. We're always looking for that. I mean, and then the oscillator's playing ball, okay? Let me try to move this up a little bit. Like, we always want to see this. And really, before that, you want to have it like that, because it was, hey, there was good stuff, whatever. Okay, well, guess what? This time and that time, you're looking for this, right? For the ability to recognize patterns that are predictable, been researched and studied. And this time, really nice outcome. But guess what? This time, same setup, incredible, lack of performance, and then dumps. Right? So each situation's unique. All we can do is identify this stuff because it helps us manage our risk. This traditional technical analysis has nothing to do with predicting the outcome, right? Though we know the probability is greater than a coin flip chance when we identified these type of, this type of price action that it would go up, doesn't mean it's going to. There's always like a 40% chance, 35, 40, even sometimes 45% chance it could dump. So just remember that. It doesn't matter if it looks like it did right before 1929. I get it. Just remember.
The 1987 fractal looks nearly identical. The only difference is that we have no circuit breakers.
We had no circuit breakers. We now do, right? Is that what you mean? I mean, that 1987 is why we have circuit breakers. Talking about the SPY and then 1987. I mean, if anything, this would remind me more of like the Wall Street psychology chart. Let's see. Maybe I have to go to the SPX, don't I? Yeah, I gotta go to the SPX. Oh, also, really not very good news. I mean, it's not like the worst in the world, but Apple today, right? Bad news with the Chinese government now banning government workers, which is virtually anyone. I don't even know how do you say that anyone working at Tencent doesn't work for the communist government of China? There's a fine line. Like the communist Chinese own every entity. So how is it not like everyone who works in China gets their phones, like, they banned Apple phones. So for those people. So we'll see, 1987, that's 2000, 87. Again, that was a freak thing. I mean, I was born. This was the first trading day of my life, was October 19th to 1987. Is this it? Oh yeah, I mean, it's pretty bad, but like, think about it. I think the retrace is already better, like from the high to low. You only saw 618. We're currently at a 786. Near 8, maybe 886 too. No, I get you. I understand. Attempted rally. I've always thought what's going on right now, the 2022 bear market was the initial drawdown. And what we're dealing with right now is this attempted rally. And when you do an attempted rally, it is eventually when a pivot happens, it's like a form of confirmation that there are less market participants involved. So you have, but I really do think it's cool cool in a technical sense, not like bullish or any bearish. I'm just saying, like, I like how you had an upthrust, a failed breakout, and then a failure, and then a rally to confirm this resistance from history is resistance again. It happened. All right. And now you're starting to mark down from that. And that is like the first real lower high that's been put in on the S&P 500 on the daily since when? When is the last time we had a real lower high? I mean, so yeah, again, it's all about the levels to me. So it's like, if that was real and we were going to really start marking down, I think the next thing we need to look at is 4,300. And if buyers are unable to defend that, well, then we say 4,177, 4,058. And then below that, that's when you're in danger. I mean, that's when, like, low liquidity areas, thin order book, you'd be going down to 3,700, 3,800. So if you go to the weekly, you can see here it's like not really that big a deal yet. Like, still above the 200-week moving average, like crazy. And just because what's going on right now, it's just not a big deal. This thing could end up going to the 886 easy. Bueller.
No Twitter, Wall Street bets, and zero DTEs back then though either. Different times.
Yep, no quantitative easing like we had since 2008. Everything's changed, right? So, and here's the thing, like, if they keep this thing going, just know it's not because things are worth more, it's because
maybe you should hire 2 people and their task is the following. Go interview the people who watch this show.
Their task is the following. Go interview the people. What do you mean, Caleb? I'm confused. So I don't think you're in real danger on the S&P until you start breaking 4,200.
Sup, man. CPE on
Shoot off.
NYSE. Lots of historic data. Monthly 3 white soldiers above $40.
The token coins have arrived. Half arrived. I got the notification too, just letting you know. So thank you so much, man, for that gift. I just gotta go in the mailroom and do it. But yeah, we'll look at that for sure. CPE might sweat down in it. Go do your job and take down an illegal climate crisis camera in your local neighborhood. I'm counting on you. Resist. So yeah, man, to look back in the past, like, it can be like, yeah, it's something to think about, but it's certainly not gonna, there's too many different things going on in the world to make it be like, oh yeah, it's gonna happen like that. I don't think so. What was happening, like, back then in the New York Stock Exchange, there were 8,000 people on the New York Stock Exchange trading. Like paper trading, crazy. People screaming, I want this, I want that, for this amount. I went to the New York Stock Exchange this year, like last month. There are like 100 people max there. It's all bots and computers now. It is not the same market that it was in '87, not even close. Yeah, but like, yeah, options and sedation of the VIX. Yeah, and circuit breakers. There's just no way it's going to happen like that. Even like the COVID crash was like fast, but it was real fast. But eventually pivoted and rallied in V-shaped with money printing. And I was going into it for a minute before the TTS. Like, this thing's going to keep going. If it does, it's not testament to growth or anything good in the economy. This is separated from the economy. What you're looking at is everything's tied, SPX, to the US dollar purchasing power. Not even so much the DXY. the DXY's chart is not relevant to the consumer at all, okay? It's an aggregate of trading pairs. So this thing's at 4,700. Just imagine it like my US dollar is broken. Okay, I mean, in December 2021, how much was a gallon of milk, a gallon of gas? How much was it to buy a steak at a restaurant? How much was it for braces? How much was it for anything? And you go now, and it's like, we rival that. We're at all-time highs again. I think it's more testament to that. Collapse of the US dollar's purchasing power. So speaking of the DXY, yeah, working, I mean, right now, you got 1 day, 23 hours for the close, but you're working on the highest weekly candle close on the DXY since February. Triple bottom stuff, attempted rally coming, 108 maybe, you'd say 105, then 108 after. It looks like it's bottoming out and you've got some sort of dragon stuff. You could think about it like you might be beginning like a new wave here maybe, where it ends up doing something like this. Yeah. And that being the big attempted rally after the initial drawdown, you get this test. But anyway, massive uptrend. It's been a long-term uptrend since 2009, and it's beautiful. Very, very pretty. When next bull cycle? God, I want one so bad. Let's get another Bitcoin bull cycle. One sec, is the audio like too loud? No, it should be okay. Audio levels okay. Yeah. Oh, it was me on my side. So we were looking at Apple. We're talking about Apple, and here's a thing. I mean, you are currently, look where we are. I mean, the old 2021 peak, 2022 peak. You're just testing it, holding it. You're working on a bearish harami. Bearish inside bar on the weekly. Here's your daily. Oh man, that's kind of, unless a pivot and we start rallying here, if you start breaking 182 now, that's bad, because one does not simply have a rally like this and the gap fill is right there and it doesn't fill, because that's again just testament to a lack of demand. Gap fills happen all the time, man. And you get this close, it doesn't happen. It's not a sign of strength. So what do y'all think is going to happen on Apple? Is this going to hold here? Because, dude, it is a long way down. When's the last time Apple made a lower high? I would say the last time Apple made a lower high was November 2022. It was trading below the 200-day moving average. So it's been close to a year. Thank you so much for the Clown World confetti, or kazoo. Thank you for the kazoos, clown kazoos. Okay, and why not, while we're here, Apple, and then we can look at Microsoft. Hanging in there just fine, right? Wow. No problem here. I mean, really, if you just back test the 318 as support and you're holding, and you're not pulling an Apple 344 target, gonna go test it. Nice little trend you're in. For sure. Wow. Not bad. Well, Google. It just looks, I mean, kind of weak. I mean, it's almost like a rising wedge, right? Is this not like some sort of upsloping price contraction? How we do it, like something like this? Dude, that is a wedge, isn't it? I mean, maybe it breaks upward, but dude, you're starting to push your luck here. That is crazy. And you're nearing that apex too, resolution. That's pretty amazing. Wedge. So you hit a 786. You haven't seen 143, which would be the last target of that trade setup that was posted back in March. I mean, again, it's hard with these big tech stocks. It's hard trusting these because you've seen like how many have presented patterns like this and they just break upward and go nuts. So, but yeah, this is a big old attempted rally here. Lower high, same high, higher high. On the weekly, it'd be like that attempted rally. And then Amazon, you know, still just hitting 886, you know, just identifying some sort of like harmonic and a reaction there. And has not taken out the August 4th highs yet. The second target of the trade setup on this one was 144.54. You never technically saw it. You were off by a few pennies.
I remember the stock market in the 80s. When there were receipts covering the floor. Brokers crapping in waste paper baskets. The good old days. Could we look at JD and what's your feeling on the ARM deal in relation to tech stocks? Jonathan Nation.
Thank you so much, Jonathan. Nation. Stray, 1337. JD.com, yeah, the Chinese e-commerce company. She's just lick. I don't know what LIK is. Caleb, you want to elaborate on that a little bit? I think we all want to know what you actually mean, because that's a little too vague for us. And there was not even TTS on it, sir. Okay, so let's see here. I'm looking here. I think it was CPE for G-Dog next.
Gentlemen in the mix.
Callan Petroleum Company. Well, these oil stocks had been looking pretty solid, and this one's no different in what it's doing here. Dang, man, that's. I've got memory of this place. So I'm just looking back at these levels, 2010. Dang, there's a lot of just different values. It's a tough one, man, because it's all over the place. Reversals everywhere. But, you know, coming here, clearly some sort of supply line was broken. Right, if you look at it like that, a lot of fake outs. But I love the 35, 33 level being back tested as support. See, that's what you're doing. It's tough because there's so many different peaks and valleys, but if you find one that's historical and nice enough, that's where you're looking to, you know, manage your risk. And it is pretty incredible, right? I mean, dude, I wish you requested this. You know, look at what we could have discovered. I mean, it's freaking perfect, you know? The M shape kind of type 2 there, and then it's just going ever since the M shape developed, like Activision back in the day. Back above the 200-day moving average. Look at this, how often it was like failure. November 2022, January 2023, March 2023, and now you've finally really broken it. You know, upside. Look at all the levels. If you just look at some history, it could reverse here. Look at this. How many times has it been? 2012, 14, and then like 16. It's a support. So that's inflection. If you break that, then maybe, I mean, you think $50? There's so much. What do you want me to look at this? A weekly? The weekly chart? Maybe it looks better there. Yeah, it's a lot cleaner on the weekly. Wow. Yeah. You can't even do it on the daily. Yeah, dude. On the weekly, it's kind of a no-brainer. I mean, the major inflection point is $77 to $83 here. So, I love that, man. It's, you know what it is, dude? Like Occidental Petroleum, man. It's the Wyckoff reaccumulation schematic. That's it. That's what it is. You jumped across the creek. That was the supply line. Dang. So it's not weird at all what this thing's doing and just beginning. But it's the weekly, so it'll take a while probably. But you'd think next stop $60, top of the range. Trading range. Oh, monthly 3 white soldiers. Monthly, oh. We'll slow it down even more. Yeah, to a degree, I guess, yeah. Sure. But, right, I think, right, I think we're pretty good here. Probably similar market participants. Like, look at this. You see it. And then you go to Oxy, and you're like, it's the same picture virtually in a lot of ways. Same picture, man. Beautiful though. I love it. So it's it is confirmed, I guess, about Kramer. Like, where's this dude coming from? Talking about CZ and Binance. Has he ever said anything about what is it? Jinping Zhao. Has he ever said anything about him? And he just comes out and he's like, what were the words? Can somebody quote them and put them in the chat for me to read? So that right there, if that's meme-ish, okay, and we have to somehow use the memes for the dreams, the assessment of BNB at that support with now Kramer saying everything's going to be okay, that'd be like the dumbest of dumb money that exists in the universe would be buying BNB here at this support. Remember, our argument against any of that craziness is the context of virtually an entire year of failing to break a key resistance, regarding it as resistance again, and rolling over. So yeah, I'm optimistic on oil stocks. They've been looking incredible. They're on uptrends, and some have been some pretty freaking good, like, strategic plays, like with entries and the back tests of resistance as supports, and they've just been accelerating off of those levels. Oh yeah, it's a new day. Sorry about like 13 minutes, my bad. Sorry. And no one even knows what he said. Disappointing. Yeah, there are some that are like stocks that are just looking pretty bad. I'll check on Nike. Very, very bad. Like, this is not over. Like, the drawdown here, you know you're going for an 886 most likely, which is probably $88, $89. Key level from history too. And then Coca-Cola. Oh yeah, man, look at this. Woo! The trend's almost confirmed over. Like, you are transitioning to a bear trend. In a way. I mean, like, look how many times the buyers have tried, and this is like your new data. These two peaks here. Less people involved than before. And it all started with a Gartley. And how appropriate would it be if that was truly the top, even after these retraces and deep rallies, you know? So guess what happened today on Coca-Cola? The lowest daily candle close officially since November 3rd of 2022. That happened today, man. Long way down, $56. Look at that. Anything below 60 bucks, you better be careful. That's like a double top, triple top here, man. This is not, these are not assets you want to own or be in when they look like this, really. What a run, though. It was such a crazy run. Right? The tide is shifting. Anyway, we've been live 1 hour, 10 minutes. If you're enjoying the live stream, like button, the sub if you want. It's all good, man. Oh, we didn't check on Rite Aid. Did it make it fresh all-time low today? Nope, quite. Not quite. Very, very
Larry
close.
knows that it's his homework. He is such a huge dope, just like Sleepy Joe.
Wow, that actually sounded frighteningly like something he would say, and it sounded like him. Wow. Thank you, President Trump, for the TTS. Thank you, dude. Yeah, Larry didn't do his homework, I don't think. And he's going to pay soon. He will certainly pay. So let's look at Square. I'm just kind of going around here, and it's just kind of reminds me of B&B in ways. You know, like why are you getting this many chances? I don't think you're going to be as lucky. Like I thought, hey, it was a trade setup that played out. Thank God. We didn't know it was going to play out. All you do is you take an entry at a key inflection point with a recognizable pattern, and you set up the stop loss immediately after the entry, and you let it ride. You get close enough to those targets. You could then start taking some of the position that had the stop loss into a limit sell at the prices. And then you get 2 of the 3 out, and then look what happens after 2 of the 3 targets hit. Just collapse, and then heads right back down the same level. And it's like, I just don't know if you'll be as lucky this time, because the second target of the trade setup where it peaked out was new data. What is the new data? Look at the arrows. Another lower high. More distribution. Very subtle distribution going on. And now you're just sitting at support. It's like BNB. Someone's just quietly offloading their, I mean, that's the theory here. Someone's quietly offloading their position as to not create a panic. These 886 retraces, those are the most subtle ones, because it keeps people that don't really get what an 886 retrace is. It gets them to think that things are maybe okay. But it's so subtle, man. It's insidious to the noob. We're just here, sitting at support after a fresh lower high. Because I don't know if you're going to be as lucky this time. Godspeed. Bristol Myers saw fresh multi-year lows today. Very, very bad, dude. Lowest close since December of 2021. And look at this demand line. Woo! Is it not a long way down on BMY? It is. Not something I would feel comfortable owning, you know. Ugh. We didn't look at Weight Watchers though, which is in its own world, and it's incredible. It is stupidly good. Look at this level, how they defended it like Kangs, man. It was once resistance, became support, and now highest daily close since the beginning of August. And there's just, if you're above 941 long enough, the target is 1637, and the composite operator was accumulating at the lows. Higher lows were coming in at support, not the same lows and not slightly lower lows. We're just looking on square, and you made a higher high after. Wow. We actually literally started the stream with AMC. If you could even believe it. What is that? Pedevco? What is this? Yeah, but it has 57,000 volume, Michael. 57K. Like, good luck getting any order filled. Yeah, I mean, it's like, hey, it's at the same price it was at since 2015. And it's all of this is like near all-time lows, you know. It's terrible. I don't know, man. I don't like messing with assets that are so illiquid like this. It's crazy. So I was just looking. Thought you would have brought me something. Very good, you know. How about we look at something that's incredible though? How about ExxonMobil continuing to ascend? Oh, just a on a day like today, we had 9 of the 11 sectors in the S&P 500 in the red. You had ExxonMobil that's like, what? I can't hear you. I'm sorry, I Adam and Eved at an old resistance. And I'm continuing to ascend. And I just made the highest daily candle close since May 2nd. Today. Wide open spaces.
Gentlemen.
It's beauty. Love it. CEO but 140, always buying at lows. Well, there you go, man. If you want to see, that's not really what we do here, you know, I get it. That could be a nuanced way for you to make decisions on trades. You know, following the CEO and him buying when he buys or whatever, but that's just not how we do it here. I don't know what the ExxonMobil CEO is doing. I don't need to know. I don't care. And you know what? I had an argument for why it was over for Exxon. But then when the new data presented itself with buyers defending the key level twice, I went bullish again. Because that's what you do when new data presents itself.
My dad is a preacher at small churches, but he wants a revival.
I'll give you a revival.
That boy is good.
Yeah. Sex or chocolate. Yeah, oil stocks are just something else, man. Incredible. I mean, just look at this. VLO. I don't know if it'll manifest into a crazy run, but it doesn't matter. We know what 125 to 127 is. And we just witnessed buyers defend that level. And the 200-day moving average, you were skating above it. It's accumulation, man. You got higher lows coming in. It's already in an uptrend. I mean, that's an 886 right there from the previous low. That's a nice shark. I mean, I just look where it is. You see with this arrow, it's not me just joking. I'm not kidding. Look, it's a June of 2018 peak. The power, the things that can happen if these levels are successfully defended. Like historic performance of spring back tests like this. When these things happen, look no further than marvel what happened. It doesn't matter if it's 2018, 2005, 1990, whatever. I mean, you just look at this, man. Forget the recent price action. But just look. Go ahead and try to argue with me. Like the amount of things when buyers defend old resistance and then they confirm it as support. What can happen, man? I mean, after the second test, it went up 93% in 146 days. Pretty freaking awesome. All right, so local on the lates. Just go ahead and knock it out. Look on the other one, guy. Okay. Weekly. What do we make of this? Well, you're just working on your lowest weekly candle close since March 6th. And you're just skating above a support of sorts. Not, back from 2020. We're already below that. 28,800 was the big one. You're below the 200-week moving average. Really not good either. So it's not doing what oil stocks are doing, or select individual oil stocks. It is below the levels that we need it to really be above if you want a big move upward. You don't have it here. And the fact that I'm even be able to talk about it like this is crazy, because the cryptos, none of them, almost none of them are like this. They're all like, oh, we're just testing all-time lows, or the lowest lows since January, or we just made fresh lows, or whatever, Like, let's just check on the scam of our lifetimes. EOS here. I mean, just sitting around all-time lows. Well, that's nothing like Bitcoin, is it? Good Lord. Yes, XRP Beanie Baby, yes. I mean, I get it. Ripple itself is a centralized service that facilitates huge money orders for banks and all that. Klaus Schwab and the World Economic Forum going to probably use that technology to create a central bank digital currency to impose tyranny and authoritarianism across the West. Yes. But that doesn't mean if you own XRP, they can prove to you that they're making you money back and you're making a sound investment. You're getting paid nope.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Thank you so much, Borat, for the
Thank
wall.
you for steaming crypto during these times. The most tremendous streamer. Your country thanks you. What a streamer, everyone.
Thanks, President Trump, Cosmic Server. Thanks so much, Dad. I'm not a very good steamer. There are far superior steamers to me. Many local steamers that do a good job around the local economy, the local area. You should check them out. They're working hard to do good dry cleaning and other things too. Thank you. Like here we are, we're checking out Dogecoin, right? Because people care about Doge apparently. Like, yeah, you're holding on after all this distribution. You think everything's okay. I'm waiting for the flush, man. I'm waiting for the flush. Don't know how long it's going to take. It looks like it's soon. It looks like we're getting ready, but anything below 6.54 cents is awful. Anything below the 200-day moving average is awful. And it's a long way down, Larry. It's not too bad, EMAC. They only take 20%. Like Google, with Caleb doing super chats, they take 30%. So Tangia is superior to super chats. But then if you tip me in crypto or just standard stream elements, I get it all. I think they take like maybe 1% or something. It's like nothing. Let's see. We got any more crypto? Let's check out Litecoin. Dude, how's Litecoin? You're getting a Litecoin. If you're below $66, you do not want to own Litecoin. You're asking to lose a lot of money. I'm not kidding. But above $66, let's talk. Because you could be headed to $84, but that already happened multiple times over the course of a year. And now the party's over. It was support. Nope, it's now resistance. The song is terrible. Wow. Yes, long way down. I mean, if you're looking at this thing for real, there's like nothing here till $50 on Litecoin. That means there's another easy 20% downside on Litecoin. We're going to wake up. It'll be down 20% eventually in a few weeks, and no one's going to care. The only people that care are the ones that lost money because they didn't understand the importance of $66. That's everything. Everything. Until $50 of me being nice. The hard support's $40. So far greater downside potential below 66. Okay. The oscillators look abysmal. This is like there is a buyer strike. No one wants this. No one's buying it. There's not even an opportunity for hopium here. Like, it looks like, yeah, we're about to collapse on Litecoin. RSI reset, sitting in the bearish control zone. You've been sitting in the bearish control zone since getting out of oversold territory for the greater part of, I don't know, like 10 days or so. Yeah, I mean, if one wanted to, see, the problem is when you're talking about shorting it, it's like your continuation, I guess, if you want. You see the illiquidity of this market, man. The scam pumps happen. You get stopped out, then they just collapse after. It's like you're better off shorting Starbucks, just because there's so much more volume and liquidity involved. Okay. Or you had a good chance with Hormel Foods patrons. I mean, that one was amazing, and look at it now. We survived earnings, and that's all it took. Okay, were there more? I'm just starting to run out of ones where it's like, dude, it's a household name. Crypto, like, nah. Every day that goes by, these markets keep deteriorating. There are no more household names. There's Bitcoin, kind of Ethereum. Oh my God, dude, let's go proof of stake because the eco climate terrorists threatened me, so I just got to cave to them because I'm a spineless beta. Okay. But my staking, that failed. But my NFTs failed. But my gas fees made a lot of this fail. I mean, you had all these years and nothing's really happening. No major developments going on, dude. I'm just like, who is it? Hoskinson's son himself, who's just propping up Cardano above 24 cents? Who is it? There is just a buy wall that eventually will be completely absorbed. And when all that demand is absorbed, I'm just ready for 15 cents, 12 cents so we can celebrate. So we look at Doge. Oh, look at Matt Damon. Let's just keep looking at Matt Damon coin. All right, let's see here. Oh, it propped up. My God. I mean, you were. It was like your second lowest daily candle close ever today. Congratulations. Just look at this asset. I mean, just sitting here regarding the old support as resistance. The old 2020 low is resistance. I'm ready for this one to collapse so we can finally, this one's like, we're going to get breaking news like KuCoin or Crypto.com. One of them's going to be like, look, man, we've halted withdrawals. You can't take your money out. We will allow you to do that in a few days, and then it never happens, and then you lose all your money in these exchanges, and then it's over. I'm just ready for that to happen. I'm waiting for the news, and that would be like, and that type of news would be contagious, and it would just everything on the market would just collapse again. And it would make sense technically based on looking at Litecoin and Doge and Cardano. And kind of Ethereum too. I mean, what? Yeah. But here we are on Bitcoin, and you're just hanging out above support for now. Oh, let's do JD for Stray. Forgot. My bad, dude. Let's do it. JD.com, man. It's another Chinese stock. Here we are. Here we are. Yep, it's a real level. I mean, I get exactly why you request. Look at this thing, man. If this level doesn't hold, you're done, man. You are done. August 2014 is that peak. You look at the price action 2015, and then it's been a support again in 2020. But then you're like here. Look at
people don't have money to buy dumbass coins, people. Your crypto is not going up in this environment. It's a recession for the everyday person. Wrecked.
Greg P, I mean, those are real words. That's real. Can we get real in chat? That's true. I mean, retail been gone. Yeah. But here we are. We're still here, man. Still here looking at them. And they're still, to a degree, respecting the TA, right? Where, like, if you break a support, a lot of times you run straight to the next level, even if it's like 20% down. It hits it in 5 days, So, but like you want to stay around because eventually the market conditions would improve. It might still take more years, and then you'd be ready. So, JD.com is skating along this $33 ice line. My concern is kind of the fact that you came back down at this level, finally revisited it, and this is the price action you got. This is what like Binance did at 211 when it revisited it initially, right? Last year, and then bounced like crazy, but then just went up, rivaled the previous highs, and collapsed again, and then you're back at it. And then look what's happening when buyers are defending it again. 3 different peaks. They're all substantially lower than the previous peaks. You're below the 200-day moving average. The trend is not your friend. You are in a downtrend, and it is undeniable. So it's like, if you want to strategize an entry, it's gonna be easy to do that. The context to me is pretty ugly. Like, absorption of remaining demand might be going on. But again, I'm not here to be like, I know that it's gonna break $33. It doesn't look good, but it's like, it's a no-brainer, and it's so easy to, if you, I'm not saying I'm going long on this or I'm even gonna post this as a trade setup, but it's pretty easy to manage risk, right? What would you do? Okay, here it is, easy enough. You can make this peak from June 16th your first take profit. That's it. That's how you can size it up. Easy enough, right? But
Ha! Cardano going down? Dude, that's like saying you're gonna beat me in Call of Duty. Never gonna happen. But if it did, oh man, even my grandma would be laughing. Charles would be like, sorry guys. And we'd be like, yeah, you're sorry, all right? Sorry you didn't invest in cheesy poofs? Ha ha.
wow, Eric, that was pretty good, man. That was pretty amazing. Fantastic, dude. Thank you so much. Is it Eric Cartman? Thank you so much, dude. Remember, follow your dreams. Beefcake. Beefcake! So, right? Are we on the same page where you understand one could manage their risk here if they were inclined to do so? You're at it. There's nothing wrong with that. But to me, this price action you're getting here, the trend you're in already, doesn't give me much confidence that a real bounce, a true bounce is going to occur here. And we're heading on up to $49 again. Hard to believe it. That's where we are. So that's your JD. The ARM deal, is that still going on? Because I thought it wasn't. Let's see. Okay, in the coming days, if you don't know, the ARM IPO investment is going to be decided. Okay, Taiwan Semiconductor Manufacturing Company said today that they're going to decide whether this week they're going to invest in the upcoming ARM IPO. Yeah, I don't know, man. It could be a sell the news thing. Again, these are things that we can't really, is something, some news event that could happen or not happen. Is that something that's been studied and researched for 100 years? That's part of our system that can really help us? Nope, because the market could interpret this too many different ways. Therefore, it's just noise. And there's just nothing we can do to utilize this information that gives us a strategic edge, right? So when that's the case, it's just tough. Like, what do you do? There's like not much you can really do. Yeah, you suggest, if it's just a guess, then that means you could just go long on crypto total market cap in the middle of effing nowhere right now. That's also a coin flip. That's just a guess. You're not longing at support. You're not shorting at resistance. You're just longing randomly. Okay. Okay, so Apple, AMD, NVIDIA, Intel, and Samsung have all reportedly agreed to participate in this listing. So the CEO of Taiwan Semiconductor said ARM is an important element of our ecosystem, our technology, and our customers' ecosystem. We want it to be successful. We want it to be healthy. That's the bottom line. Wow, I'm just reading this. Yeah, I don't know how this is going to go, man. Doesn't even matter if it's going to be the best company in the world. Remember, like, think when even I'm not saying Facebook's the best, but Facebook did end up making a lot of money even on their IPO. It took it, after the listing, it dumped for a year and didn't recover and get back to break even 52 weeks. So it's like, Just because something may be good or it's going to be profitable doesn't mean it's going to be, that's not going to be the way it is on a chart. Question is, they're pricing it now. That's the whole thing, right? Like, oh, we don't ever know, man. So I guess we're just, I don't know when the dump's going to be. It looks so, to me, it's like Bitcoin, you're sitting above support, no one's buying it, there's no demand, it's just scamming around. Ethereum's below support, back tested resistance, as resistance again, is below the 200-day moving average. So Ethereum looks not good right now. Until you get above 1730, I don't think you really want to be in Ethereum. Bitcoin's still above support, so it's like, okay, you're safe for now. You're fine like a fruit fly. And a lot of these major alts look like they're screwed, like they're about to flush. They're about to drop 10% in a day or something. They look really bad. So that's where we stand. Well, at least that's where I stand on the way it looks, okay? And there are other opportunities out there, and it's just not on this market. Sorry. But yeah, man, we've been live hour and 40 minutes, and it's been a pretty decent stream, just covering stuff, looking around the markets, and we'll get some more eventful stuff soon. Waiting for the composite operator to say, go ahead and do something insane. What is it that's going to be insane from the composite operator? From Michele. So, be sure to join the Discord if you haven't. I mean, it's free to join the Discord, and it's like where this conversation continues when this stream ends. And there's access to educational resources, free educational resources, no catch, just the source material. And then, like, it's an active Discord. I mean, we have a very strong core community of individuals that care about trading and technical analysis and honor that, right? And it's family friendly. So, like, I don't know. I like that place better than anywhere else on the internet, I'll tell you that. And thanks everyone for supporting the channel today and watching, and I'll just be back. So until next time, respect, Petit, hey. Love G, thanks for the super late contribution, but first off, you're stock here has 250 volume. You heard me. Not thousands, not millions, 250. So that's like 3 people and a donkey. And has been range. It looks like a heart rate monitor, right? So 69.59 is a key resistance. As you can see, in 2021, the buyers failed to breach that level before drawing down, but after the drawdown, a successful back test of a 2003 low. And now you're just running. You know, it's taken you about a year to V-shape back up to this key level, and no clue if buyers are going to be able to break it this time. All I can tell you are the levels 36.97 and 69.59. And then above that would be the promised land, where there's nothing until 116 after 69.59. But that's a big if, man. That's all it is, dude. Love Jeet. Sorry, man. This is all I can do. But again, I bet if you have a limit order set up, it'll never fill. Good luck. Who's going to be there if you have a stop loss set up on this? Who's going to be there to buy your limit sell, right? If it triggers? Maybe no one. All right. Thanks, dude. Appreciate you.
Adios, turd nuggets.